Oh, baby!
Llama, red pajama, read the story with his mama. Mama keeps his baby hurt. Mama, go downstairs. Llama, red pajama, feels alone without his mama. Baby llama wants a drink. Mama's at the kitchen sink. Llama, red pajama, call down to his llama. Llama.
All right, the palace. It's time for I Said What I Said Saturdays, right here on Queen Sheba. All right, the palace. Let's go. Damn.
We're going to roll that back real quick.
Llama, red pajama, read the story with his mama. Mama keeps his baby hurt. Llama, go downstairs. Llama, red pajama, feels alone without his mama. Baby llama wants.
Llama, red pajama, reads the story with his mama. Hey, look, I'm looking toe up on Saturday, but y'all already know what time it is. Listen, I just had to hop on camera real quick because I am feeling my motherfucking self. With that being said, y'all, I feel good. Let me know if I'm coming through loud and clear. I think I am. Yes, Inez Martin says I'm holding it down. Simp Nation. That's what we do over here in Texas. Yeah, we put that yeehaw in your motor and condition. Yes, I am on one. I've had a good cup of coffee. Listen. Oh, thank you. No makeup, no nothing. I'm standing on business today because I feel damn good and I handled my business when it comes to self-care. I see a lot of new names. Welcome, everybody. Happy Saturday. Listen, if you haven't already, let me tell you something. Get your butt outside. Get your butt outside. Put your headphones in. Take a walk around the block as you tune in and listen to Saturday Morning I Said What I Said, the show where you can come here and get anything off your chest, because hell, they don't know if you're here anyway, if you're talking about a coworker, a family member, a neighbor, even your own kids sometimes can run your nerves. The only rule, there's two rules. Number one, don't take it personal. Don't ever take it personal. It's never personal. And number two, you must sign it, seal it, and deliver it with, I said what I said, because that's how we push paper and move weight around here, baby. We stand on business and we sign it, seal it, and deliver it because we believe in up close personal warfare. So we ain't saying shit behind your back. We gonna say it out here loud and proud. Say it loud. I'm proud. Hey, say it loud. I'm proud. But back to what I was saying. How does Queen Sheba self-care? Let me tell you what I just did. I said, you know what? I got up, I had a cup of coffee. I had an hour before the show. I said, I'm about to push the envelope, but I'm not going to knock it off the table. I put in my headphones, baby. I went out and did a run-walk combination. I got in 3.25 miles. Yes, run-walk combination. Let me tell you how long it took me, because I ain't the fastest thing on the planet. Child, it took me an hour, but I'm proud of myself. That's how I self-care. And I encourage you all to do the same. And if you're not in a place or a neighborhood where you can just get outside right now, start moving around. Start fluffing them pillows. Start wiping off them cabinets. Pour yourself a glass of water. Cut up some fruit. Take care of yourself. Start sweeping. Go to the front porch. Sit on your yard. Sit on your balcony. Enjoy the fruits of your labor. That's how we self-care around here. That's how we self-care around here. Now, back to Saturday morning. I said what I said. Listen, it's like Burger King, honey. You can have it your way when you come up and you speak on whatever it is that you're talking about. Now, should you bring up a really good topic and we get into a deep dive and or a tough debate, let's just say the audience is not feeling you. They have every right to take you down by way of a $9.99 minimum super chat. They can put a super chat out in the atmosphere in the palace. It's like, Queen Sheba, we ain't trying to hear all that today.
Bruh.
Hey, sometimes it's like that. And if they do, and if you do not combat it or counter it with at least an equal super chat, then you got to fall down for 15 minutes. And you say, well, Queen Sheba, you know how it gets around here. Sometimes we get heated. How will I know if they don't really love me? When you see this. That's how you'll know. If you see that old white man come up on his screen, if you see that old white man come up on that screen and he crying, they not fucking with you today. But you know what? Self-care is also putting yourself back on the platform, putting yourself back, putting yourself back up to bat with the super chat. You are most certainly welcome to do that. And with that being said, welcome everybody to Saturday morning. I said what I said. Are y'all ready to get down to business? I hope so. Welcome to the stage. I got my right hand Duchess backstage ready to say hello and good morning. I'm going to let her say hi. Welcome to the stage, Jess Angel.
Grand Risings, good morning. Happy Saturday, Queen Sheba, darling. My super mods helping me out too, Latrice, Linda Gamble, and everybody, all the royalty in the palace today.
Yes.
Sending love and hugs and standing on business today.
I love it. I love it. We standing on business. And you mentioned something. Let me not overlook it. Y'all, give a shout out. Show those mods some love. They be handling their damn business in the chat. Make sure y'all drop some love for the moderators. Those are the ones with the wrenches behind their name. And don't get too cute because they don't play in the palace, honey. Listen, go ahead, Jess, because you know.
Don't get too cute and get put on mute.
Go ahead.
I'm waiting for Linda to teach me her ways, but I'm gonna keep up.
Yes, I know that's right. I know that's right. We thank you for all that y'all do. It's a volunteer. Listen, normally you just wake up one day and you be like, shit, I'm a mod. Me? Who, me? Yes.
I was like, oh, I got a wrench.
Yes. So we appreciate those of you that are able and kind enough to share your time when you can and when you do. All right. So happy Saturday to all of the mods out there. Yes, 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 yes. Listen, I'm going to start off. Now. I'm gonna get y'all started because y'all acting shy this morning with I said what I said. So I got a few qualms. And I'm gonna come out the box, okay? My first thing is, listen, it's a lot going on. And we talked about a shift the other morning. Can you feel a shift? There's a lot going on. You're starting to see people's attitude changes, their dialogue, their talk tracks. Hell, you may feel a shift within yourself where you maybe, hopefully, are feeling a little bit more energetic, like this combustion, like something's here. Now, some of us know what to do with that, while others, unfortunately, are not blessed with the wherewithal to know what to do with that. So, if you see people that want to tear up their channels, tear up their brands, discredit their names by calling women bitches and hoes, let them do it. Let them fuck it up. Let them tear it up. Let them burn their shit down. That ain't got nothing to do with us. You see what I'm saying? If you are crazy enough to light a match and burn down your own house, shit, I can't help you. That's two kinds of crazy to me. That's two kinds of crazy. So I said that to say, if people are crazy enough to burn down their own homes, let them. That's the first thing. And I said what I said because y'all already know how we moving. We clap back, but we move in silence. That's how we're moving. That's the first thing. The second thing, I'm going to say it with love. I got a comment the other day. Okay. I got a comment that came through one of my Porsche reviews about all this stuff going on with Porsche. And y'all, the person said, Queen Sheba, Piano Teeth is over there talking about you. And I said, Piano Teeth? Who in the hell is Piano Teeth? I don't know no Piano Teeth. Because y'all know I call people by their real name. And then they say Piano Teeth is, and I was like, oh my God. I said, okay. So I go over there to the channel. And sure enough, this person is right. Now, Marcella, girl, I'm gonna have to say your name because you said mine. And that's what we do over here. Listen, but this is not any shade. Girl, Now, I'm saying this to you because you did not say allegedly, and you told your people with confidence that I would be on Melody Cherie's docu-series of a millimeters. Girl, that's a lie. Now, the only reason why I'm saying something is because I think there's enough room for all of us to succeed. And I want to help you now. I want to help you. I'm not looking for no public apology or nothing, even though it was incorrect. It's not accurate and it's a bold-faced lie. Listen, I said I advocate for women. And I have to do that. I got to stand on business. Girl, listen, you need to go back and correct that. Not for me, but for your people, because I don't want you to discredit yourself as a content creator. I ain't going nowhere. I ain't on nobody's nothing. Number one. The second thing is I would never take that opportunity away from a viewer. I'm not greedy like that. I would never try to take that opportunity away from a viewer, but I'm gonna need you to come correct when it comes to like reporting, because I want to see you win. And there's enough room for all of us to win. I could have sat back and then kind of let you have tomato or egg on your face, but I don't believe in that. I believe in helping other women rise to the top. Okay. Because I am who I say I am. And I said what I said.
She said what she said.
That's the first thing I said, and I did that with love and grace because I don't know. You said an insider gave you that, so I was like, Marcella, now come on now, come on now. Number two, congratulations to Sharnita's World. Yes, they did the damn thing last night on Nubian Network. Like, I got to give it up for Melody Cherie and her first reality series that she's released. I heard that y'all toe up the damn internet. I heard they had to get the CEO on the phone. Now, I don't know if that's true or not, but they said y'all shut it down. And because of that, y'all, that's great. Congratulations to Dr. Melody Cherie. Congratulations to Sharnita and just the rollout of Sharnita's World. Feel free to come up and let us know how it went. I think y'all were up pretty late trying to get in, everybody, because it was so many people trying to get in. What else I got up? Listen, one last thing. Now I'm getting y'all started. Y'all, we got to give it up for Portia. We got to give it up for Portia. Listen, Portia understood the assignment. You cannot be mad. You cannot be mad. I got a lot of these niggas in their feelings when I did that review. They said, you keeping women single. No, you niggas are keeping women single. When you lie, you cheat, you scam, and all of that, you're keeping women single. You're mad because she left. Now, I'm not saying Portia is a good girl. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying at least she didn't stay and get pressured into being, what is it? A lonely wife. Suffering in silence while Simon runs all. Actually, we don't even know who that man is, to be honest with you, because they say Simon ain't even his name. Yeah, they said that ain't even his name. But at least Portia got the hell out before he could take her down by way of mind, body, and spirit. Yeah, it's effed up. It's real effed up. I agree that how she did Fallon. But guess what? It didn't last anyway, because the same way you get it is how you lose it. And what goes on in the dark will come to light. But what I do like about it is instead of her staying to prove a point in order to quote unquote win like most women would do, she got the hell out of Dodge. And for that, you can't help but be happy for her. You can't help but to be happy for her, period. And I said what the hell I said. So you niggas are keeping women single. Stop putting that on me. I'm not that powerful. And to my Nigerian natives, I'm sorry, y'all came up there and we had a great ass conversation, but y'all were pushing really hard on that conversation that Shami comes from a good family and he is Simon. That ain't even his damn name. He just changed his name in 2022 because he felt like it. Now, because he felt like it. That ain't his name. Now, y'all stood on business when y'all said that. Because that's why I tell y'all, get out your damn feelings when y'all start getting on these panels. Get out your feelings, get into logic. I told y'all we're a highly emotional group of people as people of color, especially African American descent people, Black, Caribbean, wherever we see this, seated on in our little corner of the world. We can be very emotional to the point we don't want to hear nothing except what we think. And y'all were wrong, 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 wrong. Simon ain't even his damn name. And I said, what I said, period, point blank. And with that being said, let me get these super chats out the door, baby. Hold on. Hold on.
I need $131. So I can go ahead and pay for my phone bill online instead of going into the store and paying it. If y'all don't support me, if y'all don't, you know what I'm saying, then that's okay. I'ma just not even ask anymore. I'ma just not even be on Instagram. Y'all not gonna hear from me ever again. Y'all not gonna hear from me no more.
Yes, if y'all don't support me, y'all not gonna hear from me ever again. No more. I need $131 to pay my phone bill online. Welcome, Moonchild 712, new member of the palace. We appreciate you, Queen. Yes, we will see you behind. Ooh, palace. Set those notifications. Set those notifications. This one gonna blow your mind. Tanya Singleton coming in hard with a 2-piece and a pepper. She says, "Hey, Queen in chat. Hey, girl. We see you, Tanya. We love you. You always know how to get the party started. Talk with your girl, bringing up the rear with a 10-piece, baby. That's a whole lot of money, and that's a big box of chicken. A 10-piece, honey, classy." She says, "Queens be queening. Love you. We love you more, and we thank you for your generous donation to the channel. We really do. Thank you, Talk with your girl, Tanya Singleton. We appreciate it. Let's see. Hold on. Gigi, love her grands. Gigi says, "Hey, Queen and Palace. Hope I didn't miss this much." Now, girl, we just getting started. You were just in time. Just in time. But let me tell y'all, I got something else. Ladies, we're not going to be walking around with big backs in the summer, myself included. Ain't no more excuses. We're about to enter into spring. We got to start getting outside, incorporating physical activity into our daily regimen. Now it's February, March, April, May, June, July. We got 5 to 6 months to get it right so that you feel comfortable. You look nice while you brunching, because brunching needs to brunch this summer. And we don't want you feeling uncomfortable when you put on that beautiful sundress, your cute sandals. We are unbigging bags. And if you need a little help with that, 41 Fit is your girl. She got you. I think she got an unbig your back challenge going on, right, Trendy? Yeah. So we need to start taking better care of ourselves. That's what we're on. And listen, if you can't start with physical activity, a little bit of fruits and vegetables ain't never hurt nobody. All right. Let me take a break. Go ahead, Jess.
Don't neglect that apple cider vinegar. Them ginger shots. You know, if you need a little assistance, I heard Journey the Jasmine on one of her videos talking about how she dropped some pounds, some LBs in just a few days with the intermittent fasting. The only reason anybody's back has to stay big is if they just like it big.
They like it big.
If they just like it big. I don't like my back big.
Me neither.
I don't want stuff oozing from my bra straps.
Well, we got to take care of it. Ain't nobody's fault but ours.
Right.
And listen, this ain't body shaming. That's not what we're doing. This is empowering all of us to get our butts up and listen. I said, go for a walk. Meet yourself where you are. You get what I'm saying?
That's it.
That's all I'm saying. I think Cinnamon, are you coming back up? Let's see. I'm opening up the lines now.
Prince Terrell.
Huh?
I just saw Prince Terrell post something.
Hold on. Okay, go ahead.
I was just saying, everybody do what suits you. Please yourself, but self-care, like she said, is a must. It's a must.
It is. You have to, because you're going to need your body as you begin to age. But Inez Martin, 01 says, "I'm not mad at Portia. You have to look out for yourself and her family." She does. Now, I love the kind of selfish that Portia is. And a lot of women need to take note. Portia is extremely selfish. You see what I'm saying? She got him before he could get her. Got him. Got him now. Got him. I'm not mad at her. No, it did not work out, and that's her karma. But at least she got the hell out of Dodge. She got the hell out of Dodge. A lot of us would stay, and y'all know. Y'all know you would. What happens when women stay too long? You F around and you find out.
You go from victim to participant. You stay long enough, you responsible for your part in it.
Yeah. Savannah 912 says it's 2024 and we ain't doing no Simons, no Legions, no Warren Dixons, no more. Listen, no more. Hell to the no.
No.
Absolutely not. Period.
Why are you running? Why are you running?
Why are you running?
Why are you running?
Yes. We're not doing it no more. Yeah. But listen, let me ask you something. Give me 1 second, y'all. I was about to ask, it was a yes or no question. Damn, my I should have wrote it down. They say never trust your memory. Never trust your memory. Toot Latrice says, can't forget Portia came up during the Freaknik days. Listen, Portia is Portiaing. Portia is getting ready for summer. Portia is about to come back outside. Now, let me ask y'all something, because in my review, the men were mad at me. The men were mad at me because I said Portia about to come back outside. And I said being a wife for that type of woman is boring. She don't want to sit at home all day, married to his old behind, just to say she's a wife and she's submissive and she's traditional. Portia got tired of that. One of the reasons I think Portia filed for divorce is because she got tired of it. It wasn't, now she did not say that. I think she got bored in the marriage real fast, real quick. Portia likes to be out, popping. You know what I mean? On the scene, making shit happen. You know what? That's the same woman that did Bolo on camera. So y'all already know what time it is. Ladies, if we could be honest, wives, regular women, can wifing be a very mundane routine depending on who you are married to? And don't be coming up here lying. Let me open up the lines. That's my first question. Don't be coming up here lying. Hold on. The second element in the recap that I brought is single women. Research, scientific evidence shows that women who choose to not marry or women who are no longer married are thriving better than married women. What are your thoughts on that? What are your thoughts on that? Deshonda says Portia didn't come up during Freaknik days. She was a child. Portia's the same age as me, 42. And Freaknik ended when we were 17. So if Portia is 42, she was born in the 70s. She was born in 80 something. Or hold on. 81? 81. Or either right 70, between 79 and 81. Okay. You see, these wives don't want to talk. That's how these men take over the platforms, because you ladies ain't talking and educating each other. That's how these men have taken front and center spot, because these wives don't want to say nothing. So now we got all these young single women and single men listening to these men that don't know what the hell they're talking about. Because when it comes time to teach and say, hey, here are some good parts, here's some parts you should prepare yourself for, and here's some really tough parts that's not always fun, y'all go quiet. Y'all ain't got nothing to say. And that's when I said women need to quit lying about marriage. This isn't against marriage. You just need to be completely honest. Women prepare. I think they'll talk to you all day about the damn wedding, but not the marriage. Michelle Bodas, welcome to the stage.
Hi, good morning, Queen Sheba and all the queens and kings here. I just want to share a little bit about my experience. I got married at the age of 18, and I stayed married for 19 years, from 18 to 37. And the truth is, I should have never, first of all, gotten married that young. And even after I did, I should have done a Porsche and left him within the first year. I suffered abuse for most of the time, for the majority of the time until on May 1st of 2001, when my ex-husband tried to kill me, he pulled a shotgun to my head. I probably shouldn't say that here, right? I'm sorry. I don't
No,
want
we
you
keep
to
it
get in.
real. That's what we here
Okay.
for, real talk.
And so, and I had three girls. My oldest, I had four kids. The three girls are the oldest. And when that happened, my youngest daughter was 4, and my only son was 5 months old. And they witnessed that. And I always thought I was a good role model for my daughters because I was a good wife. I worked hard. I kept a good house. They kept them nice and clean and everything. But when I had my son, I didn't want him to grow up in that environment. So really, he really inspired me and encouraged me to leave because I didn't want to, want them to see that. I'm going to fast forward. So I left. I went through the whole SafeLink hotline. I traveled back. This occurred in Pennsylvania, and I traveled all the way back to Boston. Um, and what I want to share with you, and it relates to your question about women being more successful, not being married. I achieved more in the 10 years after I left my husband, that I did for the whole 19 years. Within those
Oh
10
my
years,
God!
yes, I earned 3 degrees, an associate, a bachelor's, and a master's, and I bought my first home. And that's something I could never have accomplished. But on top of that, my daughters, all this time, I'm thinking I'm a good example. What I heard one day, we were sitting on the porch, and one of my daughters said, Mom, you were kind of like invisible when we were growing up. And my youngest, she said, I thought you were just here the cleaner.
Wow.
And so that I know, right? But here's the thing. The three youngest had me as a mom, and I was such a much better mom. My daughters, none of them are married. I have one grandchild. Um, where the way my culture is, we didn't date because when you date, you're a loose woman. So you get involved with one man and you marry him. And that's so wrong. And I encourage my daughters to shop around, to date. It doesn't mean to sleep with every guy, and definitely don't do that. But don't. And the last thing I want to say about my son, an amazing young man. He's 23 years old now, and he is such a good man. And he saved himself. He's still a virgin, and it's intentionally. He values himself, values his body so much, and so do my daughters. And again, that would have. I'm able to raise these kids and put these kind of values into them because I was working on myself. They watched me. They watched me go to school. They watched me work 2 jobs, and my children are just as driven as I was for the past, since I left my ex-husband. So I know this is, I didn't intend to say all this, but the spirit just moved me to do that. I'm just appreciative of this platform. And
Thank
I'm
you.
going to end with I said what I said, and I'm standing on my business.
We
Thank you
Wow.
love
so
it. Hold on. Wait a minute. Yes, girl, they
Yeah.
pulling up for you. I'm a
That's my
Sheba.
roomie.
Yes,
That's my roomie.
yes. I can't wait. Girl, we have so much in common. I just been watching you. We've been like eyes on eyes, and I just love you already. It's like the
Oh, bless
sisterhood.
you. Love you too. We gonna
I
have a
Yes,
blast.
we are. I feel like we're kindred spirits, so I just can't wait, and I'm just here for it all, for all of this. I couldn't wait for
Yes.
today. Listen, I'm in Eastern Standard Time, and I've been on my phone waiting for this moment the whole time. So I just love you all, and I
No, we love
appreciate.
you and thank you for coming up. We appreciate you being so open, y'all. And that's what baby, let the palace move you. Sometimes we come in, we talk about something else, and we evolve organically with our conversations and dialogues. That's what we do. We keep it real, we keep it safe, and we just keep it on 100, period, point blank. And I
We
love
hold
the fact that
space.
you said you should have left, but the pressures that women are faced with.
Mm.
You know what? I saw this Middle Eastern guy on Instagram. Man, he talked that talk and he walked that walk. He says, why should women get married and have kids? Why? Because you say she should? Then what? After the first one, you're asking her when she's going to have the second one. She can't even get down the aisle when you're asking her when is she going to have a baby. And then what? And then when the kids leave, you're asking her what's next for you now. So when and I'm not saying I'm married, right? I'm not saying yes or no, but I'm saying I believe that people should prioritize their mental health, their well-being. I think you should get to know people. I think you should ask a lot of questions. And the truth of the matter is, in my opinion, and also coupled with the scientific evidence, men do benefit more from marriage if women keep it real. I'm talking about traditional, regular men that don't have a lot of money. The only time it's vice versa, if we talking about a man with a lot of money, then that's when the woman begins to feel the benefit of taking care of. But if the truth be told, I'm going to keep it real. Most Black men do not have the financial capability to allow a woman to really sit at home, be traditional, take care of the house, take care of the kids. They just don't. The average income for most African-American men is what, $45,000 a year? She has to contribute. Now, you have to put that also with the statistics that 67% of Black households are run by single Black females. So and then we think about okay, Queen Sheba, what about the other 43%? That don't mean 43% of those are marriages, because we got to count the prison rates. Then we got to count the percentage of men that don't like women. You see where I'm going with numbers. Not emotion, but with numbers. But most Black men are not prepared to head the household financially, period, point blank, in my opinion, coupled with statistics. They don't have that money.
Money comes to me, flowing effortlessly. Money comes to me, comes to me. Money comes to me, flowing effortlessly. Money comes to me. Money.
Money comes to me, flowing effortlessly. Money comes to me by way of Michelle Bodas. Thank you for the 10-piece. She says, I love the realness, positivity, and encouragement that comes through this channel. Absolutely. We got to have these conversations. Otherwise, we're just thinking it. We're not solutioning. We're not talking through it. Miss T with the 5-piece says, Portia and Fallon set them up and tag team that as. You know what? That would be a double whammy. That would be a home run if they did. That would be hella funny. Shardy C with the 20-piece says, good morning, Queen Sheba and Palace. My back getting small. I'm down 25 pounds. Llama. What is it? Llama, red pajama, baby mama, all that stuff. Congratulations to you. And girl, tell us how you did it. Drop it in the chat. Hold on. Ikini says, Black men are prepared, but Black women are not prepared. I beg to differ. Are we going by feelings, emotions, or are we going by statistics? Are we going by feelings or emotions, Ikini, or are we going by statistics? Miss T, welcome to the stage. What are your thoughts? Welcome to Saturday mornings. I said what I said.
Good morning, everyone in the palace. Moderators, much love. We thank all of you for everything that you do.
Yes.
Speaking of marriages and whatnot, and what I tell my people, and none of my daughters are married because they're not having it. First of all, there is a terrible disparity with the domestic abuse, but more men are mentally abusive from the beginning. It always starts with mental control, mental abuse, the gaslighting. We've all heard the story. You've even discussed the goings on of the 50-piece story of an individual. That's where it starts at. And I have no problem telling young women there's nothing wrong with being married. There's absolutely nothing wrong with being married when it is done correctly. And by correctly, that means, as the previous person said, I missed her name. You dating dating is not about going out and being physical with every man. We've changed the whole meaning of dating. Dating means you're going out and you're getting to know who these people are, and it ain't just about in the bed. And I have a problem with uh not only men that mentally abuse women, and we can just put it across the board, people who abuse people mentally, because it's okay now to be in same-sex relationships and whatnot. And not just that, your friends, you have people who you associate with that are mentally abusive and controlling and gaslighting at all costs. We as women, you are correct, have got to start telling these younger women it's okay to walk the away. It is okay. You do not have to accept everything somebody puts on your plate just because they want to. And I said what I said,
Oh, I
and I'm
absolutely.
standing on it.
Go ahead. And you standing
Yeah,
on business.
I'm standing on business. The woman just hit my car with her door, but I'm gonna be all right. It's okay.
She said what she said. And thank you,
I said
Miss
what I said.
TC. That was
Yes,
so
ma'am.
powerful.
I will see y'all on the cruise.
We will see you on a cruise ship. Thank you so
Dropping
much.
down.
All right. The Aquarius 82, welcome to the stage. What you're standing on, and welcome to Saturday morning. I said what I said.
Thank you, Queen, for having me up. This is my first time ever speaking on a panel. So, can you all hear me?
Welcome. Yes, welcome. You have the floor.
Okay, yes, ma'am. So I just, well, no, not yes, ma'am, in that fashion, but you get what I'm saying. I'm used to using my manners. I'm sorry. Um, but I just wanted to say I do agree with you on the notion that wives get bored. I am a wife of 10 years, and my husband and I have had this conversation. I got bored in my marriage. And sometimes I still get bored. He likes to work all the time. So my thing is, okay, if you're gonna choose to work all the time, then guess what? I'm not gonna be bored. I'm gonna get out here in these streets and I'm gonna live with or without you. So, and I said what I said.
She said what
Thank
she
you for
said.
being honest. And
So, I
let me
mean,
go ahead. Go ahead.
I'm sorry. Go ahead, Queen.
When women say they're bored, that means you're not stimulating me anymore. I
Hmm.
become, not for all women, some women. It's a disconnect. It becomes mundane, routine. Oftentimes, a man has to be nudged for a date, depending on the caliber of the man. I'm talking about regular men. I'm not talking about men that has the financial capabilities to make it happen, right? Am I right, Aquarius?
Yes, you are definitely right. My husband and I, we are regular people. We work regular jobs in our own profession. He is a business owner, and I'm not. However, I still want to date. I still would like to go out. So if you choose to work all day because your business is more important than me wanting to go out, then I'll just take myself out.
And she said what she said. And
And
I
I
love
said
the
what I
fact,
said.
yes, I love the
And
fact.
with
Go ahead.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I was just gonna add, and with that being said, I have bought me a ticket to Melody in the Mimosa thing that's going on in Georgia, and I have booked me a room for the entire weekend. So it is what it is, and I said what I
Standing on
said.
business.
That's beautiful, evolving, because we get one rotation around this earth. Don't you
Hmm.
dare wait for somebody before you start living, or stop living because somebody else doesn't want to get on the bus. So I appreciate you coming up and sharing your truth.
Thank you, Queen.
Thank you. Thank you. That was beautiful. Y'all, honest conversations aren't always easy. Sometimes you're gonna hear stuff you don't like, but we push through, and we stimulate the dialogue. I had a couple of women backstage that were wanting to come up. We will wait for you. We will wait for you. Oh, I see y'all. Oh, baby, that chat is on fire. Listen, mods, let me say this.
Yes.
Give me 1 second, mods. Hold on. Please don't time anybody out because they have a difference of opinion. That's what it's about. Let them go at it in the chat. Let them go at it. Okay. I love you too, Truth Seeker. Thank you. Thank you for sending me that love. Pacino Rules says women having choices is a good thing. Absolutely. I agree with you, Pacino Rules. We didn't have choices back then. And if you really want to talk about it, when we talk, when people say my grandmother and my grandfather were married, blah, blah. If we think about the access to resources, equality, okay, earnings, your grandmother didn't have access to that, okay? And a lot of times those families had to stay together. They were operating on the bare minimum. I'm going to hold my thought. I'm going to bring up the next guest, Cinnamon Swirl. Welcome to the stage.
Ooh, ooh.
Hey, Cinnamon Swirl. Okay, Cinnamon.
Hey, hey, everybody. Good afternoon.
There you go.
I'm out in these streets getting my walk on, and I decided to stop so I can take some time to participate.
All right. Welcome to Saturday morning. I said what I said. What are you standing on?
So, I first I want to address Portia. I'm so proud of Portia because my good girlfriend went through the same thing, and she stood by her husband's side, and she's still paying for that situation some 20 years later. And then the second thing is I am a married woman, second time around. The first time I was in my early 20s, the second time I was 55. And my advice to young women would to be take your time. It is very hard to be a married woman. Men are babies and they want you to actually bow down to them. So take your time and make sure it's for you. It's very hard. I had almost a 30-year period in between. So I forgot how hard it is, but do what's best for you, ladies.
That part.
We waiting. Can you sign it? Can you sign it, seal it, and deliver it? Y'all, it's Saturday. Come on now.
And I said what I said.
All right.
FBI, open up! FBI, open up! FBI, open up!
And she said what she said. Jess, what are your thoughts? What are your thoughts about all the truth that the women are bringing to the panel this morning?
Look, everybody has their story and their journey, and we can't force our thoughts, feelings, or beliefs on anyone. What we're here to do is, as you always say, think about it. Critical thinking. What is best for, it goes back to self-care. Honor yourself first. If being in a marriage isn't honoring your highest self, you have to do what you have to do for you. If being single isn't honoring your highest self, then let the walls down brick by brick at your own pace. But everybody has to honor themselves. I will never judge one. I constantly get judged because I've never been married. But some of my friends who've been married 3 and 4 times, I'm like, I've never been divorced. I've never been divorced. And the ones that tell me, you can't tell me nothing since you ain't never been married. Well, you keep doing it your way and I'll keep coming to your divorce parties. I believe in the institution of marriage. I respect it, but I grew up in dysfunction and I dare not enter it until I had done the necessary self-work to pay the institution the most that it deserves.
I love it. I love your honesty. I love your sense of self-awareness. And to me, that's a woman that knows her purpose and headed in the right direction when you say, I dare not until. And if both men and women could take on this notion and actually activate in that realm, I think we would have a higher percentage of healthy because everybody want to say happy. Ain't nobody happy.
Mhm.
Healthy Black marriages. Toot Latrice was able to dig up a stat for us and says 40% of Black women experience domestic violence compared to 30% of their peers of white women. 10% higher encounter with domestic violence. Okay. Feinstein's 308. She says the vagina is sacred.
Come
Understand
on.
this. Yes. Yes,
The
it is.
vortex.
Dolores, she says queen, the palace saved me from depression. You know what? I would love to hear more. Drop a comment in the chat. We would love to hear more. That's such a beautiful testament to sisterhood and
Yes.
having a village, baby, even virtually and from afar. There is power in numbers. And I see this over and over again. And with that being said, Linda Williams, welcome to the stage. Welcome to Saturday morning. I said, okay, but Linda, hold on, Linda.
Okay.
Go on mute for me. You got a little bit of an echo. I'm gonna tell you how to do it. If you have something playing in the background, go ahead and turn it down. And then come on and we can do a mic check real quick after you turn it down.
Mic check, Queen.
Oh, you sound great. Welcome, Linda.
Great. Good morning. Thank you for having me up this morning. This is my first time on your panel. My husband and I was sitting listening to your I'm sorry. We were sitting here listening to you this morning, and he wanted to have something to say on marriage.
Good morning,
Oh
Queen.
my God! Oh my!
Good morning.
Good morning, Queen. Good morning,
Look,
panel.
I had to get you warmed up. Welcome.
Well, thank you. I'm welcome. Yeah.
All right. Well, you got the floor. We're gonna go on mute and let the man talk. Okay.
All right. Well,
All
my
right.
wife and I, we've been married it'll be 23 years this year. And we were just talking, and we both are we say we're Christians, we're Jesus followers, and our marriage is built on Christianity, the Bible. And I was hearing a lot of ladies, they bringing out some real good pointers. But the thing about it is, our pastor had done a series about romance and cycles, and he was saying you can't find a Christian husband or a Christian wife in the club, and you also have to be careful trying to find them in the church because they may be going to church looking for a person. So the way when you're dating, you should be looking for a person that's already in Christ, doing the work of Christ, and the man has to have a plan or a vision. So a woman has to understand they can't change a man. He has to be led by God. And if he's following God, and then he would be true and good to you. And the whole objective for marriage that we had to learn is marriage is not about one another. Marriage is God similar to the world, showing his love. So a married couple is supposed to serve one another. And in Ephesians 5:21, it says, submit to one another. And a lot of people always want to say the woman's supposed to submit to the man, but it's called mutual submission that makes a marriage work. So I just kind of wanted to share those things. And I don't know, can we recommend books, or do we say?
Yeah, you know what? Type it in the chat and I'll highlight it for you. You can type it in a private chat or in an open chat and I'll pop it up on the screen for you. Keep going.
Okay.
Okay, great, Queen. Yeah, we just wanted to add our comments in this morning because in all of the comments that has been stated, they are really, really good comments. And I see where it's going, and I know where the world is when it comes down to marriages and being single and all. And I think we just got it twisted about the way it should be in comparison to the way that it is. We know what it is, but there is a way that it should be, and that's the foundation that God has put forth for the marriage. So I think if we could get it somehow, even have a discussion just about where it originated, and then bring it out to where it is now. And hopefully that would help people to understand what marriage really should be about. And then the single life as well, because also in the Bible, the single life is the preferred life, actually. I heard
You better
some of the,
preach.
yeah,
Come on.
I heard I heard some of the people on the panel, they were talking about being single and their daughters were single, and that's a good thing. But being single, the way God has planned for it to be, being single means you give more time to him,
Come
not
on.
just to be single out here in the world doing what you want to
Amen.
do. Yeah, so it's about giving more time to God.
To
But
him.
I'm not going to take up much of your
Hold
time,
on, hold on, because
Queen.
I'm
I
gonna
don't
need your husband as a ram in a bush. You're gonna follow me very carefully. What's his first name? What's the husband's first name?
My husband is Tim. His name is Tim.
Okay. Tim, you're gonna be a palace guard today. Follow me very closely. I'm gonna need you as a ram in a bush. Tim,
Oh,
I
okay.
need you to be thinking of. I'm gonna give you some things.
Okay.
Because now we're about to enter into a principality discussion. You get what I'm saying?
Okay.
Hold on. You're gonna be my ram in the bush. I want you to think about the needs and the wants of a man. I want you to think about what Linda said.
Okay.
If the truth be told, singlehood is a preferred principle, spiritual teaching of the Bible.
Yes.
Y'all can't be
Yes.
Right.
listening to these men out here trying to make you become a slave to their own wicked desires.
Yes.
Right.
And I'm gonna put y'all on mute because somebody got a echo.
Okay.
Don't get tricked out of your spots, ladies. Tim told y'all he needs to come with a plan. And the plan should not be getting to hump you all day, every day, because he said so, because he's the man. The plan should not be you cooking and cleaning. When a man starts, what you bring to the table. I need you to cook and clean. First of all, let's establish the role between a woman, your wife, and your mama. Y'all ain't ready for that. Because a lot of men want you to emulate and mimic his mom. Your mom cooked and cleaned for you because that's your mom and she was your caretaker, no different than a dog feeding their puppies. Your wife is not your mama and your mama is not your wife. And I'm gonna pause right there.
Warning, evacuation in progress.
Just in case anybody needs to leave the building. But Tim, I'm gonna need you to be my ram in a bush and you'll soon see why. Welcome to the stage, Akini. What are your thoughts?
Number one, how you guys doing today?
We're good. Happy
I hope
Saturday.
are you the same. Let me say this: if a man has to understand tradition. A man has to be raised, for the sake of his family. From childhood, a man has to be trained how to be a father. Then, when it comes to a woman has to be trained to protect her virtue. You see, sex is not what a woman should be doing with. Having kids out of wedlock is not what a woman should be doing, because that's you destroying your virtue. When you have child or children out of virtue, that means you never prepared yourself for marriage. So don't complain when that marriage never comes. That's number one. Then, as a father, if you're going to leave your kids and dash after getting a woman pregnant, you never were prepared to be a father in the first place. Then, secondly, your mother and your wife are the same, because she's also a mother. She's going to be a mother, so she's supposed to have been trained how to be a mother from the get-go. You see what I'm saying? So if she says, I'm not your mother, that means she's not. That's why I'm saying that here in America, the women are never raised to be mothers. They're never raised to be wives, because if you're going to make a statement that a wife is not a mother, then what is she there for? She's supposed to be She's supposed to be a mother to her kids and a wife to her husband. And her mother was a husband to somebody and the mother to some people, right? So she's supposed to play the same role when she transitioned from her father's house to her husband's house. So the thing about it is this, right? A woman that says, I am not your mother, shouldn't even be married at the first time. And then if you're single, you failed. Because the reason why the Bible, I'm not a Christian, I'm an African traditionalist. The Bible and every culture states that marriage is an institution that is created and ordained by God Almighty. So you as a woman supposed to understand that you go from your father's house to your husband's house, nowhere in between. If you go anywhere in between, you out of order. The order that is set by God, you're out of it. That's why men always see women that live by themselves as what? Rotating door. Even her house might not be a rotating door for prostitution, but men psychologically think like that because that's how God created men to think. So if you go out of order, you have nature to fight, not men. If you see men behaving the way they behave, is because you are out of order, going out of nature. So if
Akini, they want to put you
yeah,
in time. Hold on. They want to put you in timeout for 15 minutes. Hold on.
they
Hold on.
can do
Hold on. Hold
whatever
on.
they
Hold on.
want
Let
to
me tell you
do.
how it works. Let
I
me
know
tell
how
you
it
how.
works. Go
Hold on.
ahead.
No.
I know how it works.
How does it work?
You put me for 15 minutes, I stay in the background for 15 minutes, and then I
No,
come
that's
back
not how
after
it
15
works.
minutes.
Let me
Okay,
finish.
what is it?
Let me.
Okay,
You don't have to go.
Or you
go
can
ahead.
throw up a 10-piece too.
You can throw
Go
up a
ahead.
10 piece and stay.
Go ahead, my lady.
All right. I'm gonna put you on pause. If you want to match that super chat, you don't have to go anywhere. Okay. Hold on.
Okay.
Hold on. Let me get Tim. Let me get Savannah. Savannah, have I called on you yet? And then I'm gonna give Tim a time to react to it. Go ahead, Savannah. Welcome to the stage.
Good morning, Queen.
Good
Good
morning.
morning, Palace. No, ma'am, you haven't called on me yet.
So if you got something playing in the background, Savannah, just hit mute on it. If you got another television playing or a computer, just turn the volume off.
Yes, ma'am.
There you go.
I was just making sure I went and made sure all my status were single after that last caller. So, uh, and I honestly lost my train of thought after Ikini, and I was taking some notes on what he said there. Um,
I can come back
just
to you if you want a few more minutes. I'll come
yeah,
back.
because he really threw me off there with what he was saying, and I had to clutch my pearls a couple times
That's
after
all
that last
right. Akini
caller.
get a lot of
Honestly,
people. What is it called? What is it? Revved up?
oh
Revved
yeah,
up.
yeah, that was a lot. Because I honestly did. I said, let me go back and check my status here, make sure I was on single status. But no, really quick, I wanted to touch on Portia first of all. I'm not going to throw her any grace. I want to make sure that Portia, whatever relationship she goes in next, I want to make sure that she vets her next relationship. And she first and foremost puts forth that she is a mother to a young daughter, and and that Portia keeps that in mind. But Portia's always been about money first. One thing I'm not a Kenya fan, but I do love the relationship that she has with her little girl Brooklyn, and I've always admired that about Portia. But I'm sorry about Kenya, but Portia, I really do hope that she makes better choices in her next relationship. And in regards to our discussion, I don't think there's a difference between being lonely and being alone. And it's okay to be bored in a relationship sometimes, because that introduces opportunities to, you know, to be spontaneous and to bring about change, and because we all go through that chemistry phase where we just want to rip each other's clothes off, and there's that honeymoon phase, and where we're feeling intense about each other, and but in if we don't have that commitment and for our partner, um if we don't feel that, then that right there is, we have to ask ourselves, because boredom is a normal part of life, and it can actually serve as a part of a creative process where we can try to introduce ways to either experiment or entertain ourselves, and it can lead to creativity, but um it can also give ways to find forms of adventures together, whether it's walks, or it doesn't necessarily mean things, in the bedroom. I mean, it could be fun to do that too. But if not, then we have to ask ourselves, has the relationship run its course? And it's time to go ahead and end the relationship and start loving on ourselves and um, invest in ourselves and be alone. And but if not, then go ahead and make more and do things that make each other happy and find ways to come out of that rut or boredom phase, whatever you're going through. But I don't think that being bored is necessarily a bad thing. It's just an opportunity to find things to stimulate and excite the relationship at that time.
And can you sign it, seal it, and deliver it by saying,
And I said what I said.
I know that's right. Thank you for coming up, Savannah. Thank you. Savannah's going to drop down. Tim, would you like to respond to Akini? And if not, I will go to Bravo Addiction, Vivian.
I'll respond a little. So Akini, that's the guy.
Mhm.
So one thing he said that I like was marriage is a covenant, and the culture teaches us, and we look at it as a contract. You know, a contract can be broken, but a covenant is something, a bond between a man and a man and a woman and God. So a man and God and a woman and God. And so that's should be the foundation what Linda was saying earlier about, being marriage with the covenant part. The thing that's tricky that we had to learn, because we've been married 23 years and we had our ups and downs and things. Everybody think that it's been just peaches and cream. It's been a lot of things. But as we grew closer to God, we grew closer to each other. And when the disciples, when the Pharisees and everybody tried to trick Jesus, they asked what was the commandments, and Jesus said, "You should have these 2 commandments, and they'll override the 10 commandments. You love God with all your heart, with all your mind, with all your soul, and with all your strength, and you love your neighbors, you love yourself. Then you won't have to worry about the 10 commandments." And so that's what we have to try to strive for, and Linda and I strive for. We love God, and then we love one another. Because he said, what person would hurt themselves? So if you love someone, if you love your neighbor, if you love yourself, you won't hurt yourself, so you won't do things. And then what kind of touch a little what the lady was saying about being bored. Jesus says, he is sufficient. So what we had to learn is when you bored or when you think wrong, that's the time to spend a little time with God and ask him, what do you want to do? What do he want you to do? Because we always come up with things that we want to do, and it gets us in trouble. But we should follow God. That scripture says, trust in God with all your heart and lean not to your own understanding, and always acknowledge him. He should direct our path. So we should lean on God for everything. And that's one thing I had to learn. I thought I could take over the small things, but the big things. But I had to learn how to trust God with the small things and the big things.
And Queen, as he was saying, and we're gonna wrap this up because I know sometimes the chat may get bored with what's being said, but if we could just somehow find our way back to the beginning and how it should be, that can help us to proceed with the future. And the word is it's just based on that solid foundation. And I know that's a lot of work for a lot of people, but if we could just find our way back there, and then I feel like we could live a more fruitful life through the word of God. And you can be happy, you can still have fun. It does not mean that you're going to be in your Bible 24/7. You can still do those things and have a great time. And we said what we said.
Oh, I love it. I absolutely love it. Yes. Yeah, they standing on promise, baby. Thank you, Tim and Linda, for coming up, blessing us with your thought leadership around building a covenant. And Uppity said something. Uppity said something, and you don't have to respond to this. Uppity said that cheating breaks the covenant. I have to agree. I have to cheating, and a form of cheating is also deception, lying about your identity, cheating, bank fraud, cheating about your finances, all of that stuff, not giving me all of the intel that I need up front to make an educated, informed decision. Because the Bible says, somebody pointed out in my chat, they say, yeah, I agree with you. The burden, the psychological burden, it is on the woman in the marriage. Because you see how Akini, you still in timeout, you got 3 minutes. You see how Akini, He do. He got 3 minutes and he's coming out. But hold on. Wait a minute. Akini finna have y'all all in y'all's feelings. But somebody said in my chat that the Bible says he who finds a wife finds a good thing. It never says she who finds a husband finds a good thing, because she's a good thing for him. And listen, I'm just putting it out there. Y'all can do with it what you want. And I thought that's a very interesting point. I love talking through things, right? Instead of just like, no, that's not true. I love talking through things to see how people feel, what angle, because even when you disagree with somebody, you can still learn from them. And with that being said, let me pause. Bravo, Vivian. Welcome to the stage. What are your thoughts?
Hi, Queen Sheba. Hi, everybody. Hi, Palace.
Hey, welcome to Saturday morning. I said what I said.
I said what I said. I'm missing it a couple of times, but wow. I had a clear thought, and then Akimi came up and threw me for a loop. But I was thinking about what Linda was saying about single women being closer to God. Right now, my daughter is single, and she grew up in a God-fearing household, and she's a busy bee. She's got a business, she's got a job, she's got causes that she's dedicated to, that kind of drive and all that. She's got a teenage daughter. And one of the things that I do when I talk to her is I listen, and then, I actually use verses and references from the Bible and from when I go to church, because often she doesn't go to church, unless she comes visit and stuff like that. And I'll send her my notes from church and all that, because for me, there's an environment that's been going on lately that I'm seeing more and more, where there are men her age and who are portraying a role just to get, familiar and stuff like that. And it's hard to be aware of those things if you are, like I said, she's extremely busy. She doesn't, have time for a lot of things. And I'm just like, I try to push her towards, staying on a true path of truth and all that with yourself first, and then make sure you look for the same path and whoever you're trying to connect with relationship wise, if that makes sense, because it's hard out there. And it's dangerous out there. And especially if you're a successful woman, it seems like you are a target. And I do try to keep her, not try to keep her, she is in a word, but try to reinforce that and all that. On Portia, I think Portia's not dumb, y'all. She knew what was coming down the pipe, and I think she was prepared for it and everything. And she just enjoyed it until she was ready to lay the papers down legally and stuff. She just went along with the ride and everything. And she's not going to jeopardize her plans for herself and her daughter. And she likes to be in entertainment. So this is the route she's going to go. I don't even know if she's still doing the hairline or not. But I think Portia's going to be just fine. I think that she needs positive reinforcement while she's single, so that she won't be so eager to connect with just anybody who flashes a big game. Flashes basically a big lie, because a lot of the men that she's been with are flashing this huge lie and everything. And it seems she gets, for lack of a better term, giddy over these men. And instead of staying focused on what the whole picture is supposed to be. But this time I think she was prepared. I mean, to drop it the day after the divorce papers, I think she knew what was coming up. And so that's what I had to say.
That ain't how we end our on Saturday.
Oh, I said what I said.
Period.
There she go.
Hey, come on now. Thank you for coming up. Thank you, Bravo Vivian.
You're
Thank you
welcome.
for coming
Thank
up and
you.
sharing your thoughts. Akini got y'all shook, baby. He
Oh,
is shaking the
God.
table, honey. But listen, let me transition to my super chat, and I'll be back with the panel. Give me 1 second.
All right, Palace. The Super Chat Squad is in the building. We appreciate you, baby. The Super Chats are fire. Get in your bag.
That's a lot of money.
That's a lot of money. Yeah. So Linda and Tim were kind enough to make a book recommendation. And the book that they talked about, for those of you that would like to listen, you can go to Amazon right now. You can get it via Kindle. I like touching books, so you can do both, depending on how your money is. I know yesterday was Friday, so some of y'all just got paid, honey. The book recommendation is Kingdom Man and Kingdom Woman by Dr. Tony Evans. Jackie Johnson with a 4-piece. We thank you for the super sticker. Thank you, Jackie. 41 fit. Huh?
No, go ahead. I'm sorry.
41 fit. Congratulations on your 7th month anniversary as a member behind the Palace Wall. Listen, my men and women behind the wall are here for a long time, baby. Not a good time, because we be doing that deep work behind the Palace Walls. Don't we, Jess?
Absolute. Y'all wouldn't believe the progress I've made while I was in the bushes last year.
That's what we talking about. That's what we talking about. We're creating a renaissance. We're moving and growing together. Okay?
We're a movement, period.
Yes, period, point blank. So 41 Fit says the hush money was for the Akini homeboy. Oh, all right. You got to do it when he's up here. Otherwise, it's just a generous donation. And I see what you're saying. It says it's a 5-piece and a pepper. It says it's a no for me, dog. Jumps back in the bushes. And remember, in order to boot somebody, now we got to go up to above $10.99. Okay. You can't come back with the same 10-piece. If you coming for a Kini, you got to go up and up and up and up. All right. That's just how it works. Let's see. Don't be bitter, ladies. Aquarius 1982 says, don't be bitter. Don't be bitter, ladies. Just do you with style and grace. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Love it. It looks like I got everybody. Hold on. No, I didn't. Moonchild with a 10-piece, honey. A whole box of chicken. She says, have a fantastic weekend, everybody. Thank you, Moonchild. We appreciate your generous donation to the Palace. And somebody's mama gave a 10-piece. She says, I tell my girls to be young, have fun, and drink Pepsi. You know what? I can't read this because I'm a Coke girl. I'm just kidding. She says, I see what they have to choose from. No hurrying up to wait. Listen, you all have the time. You all have the time to get married. Live and have fun. I must agree. That's great advice. Good wisdom from mothers to daughters. I appreciate you sharing. All right. And with that being said, wait, I'm skipping super chats. Marsha with a 10-piece. She says, men, stop telling women who or what they are supposed to be and raise your sons. Oh, let's pause. We got to pause on that one.
Well,
let it marinate. Let it marinate. And if this one hits you hard, the doors of the Palace are open. If this one hits you hard, the doors of the Palace are open, because she says, stop telling us women what to do and start raising your sons. Teach them how to be good, loving men and hold them accountable when they are wrong. Focus on the fatherless boys.
Come on now.
Instead of what women should be doing with their vaginas. You know what? Listen, she preaching.
Applause.
Where my tambourine? I'm about to give me a tambourine and some organ music.
There you go.
Thank you.
I have had a sermon. Hold on. If you need a sermon, she just gave you something that you can consider preaching or teaching in Bible study. Let me make sure I got all my super chats. Y'all hold on. I got to get through my super chats. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. 1 second. 1 second. What are you saying, Jess? Go ahead.
I am so tired of men that have told me my entire son's life how to raise him, and not one of them Mickey Ficky stepped up to say it. Let me take him to a ball game. Let me throw a ball with him. Come on now. You want to rough him up, but do you love on him? I'm not with it. What she said.
I got a response for that.
Hold on. I got to get through my super chats. Hold on. 1901 Casanova coming through with a 20-piece. Y'all, that's a picnic. That's a whole box of chicken. We get some French fries. We get corn on
Them
the
honey
cob.
butter biscuits.
Listen, thank you, 1901 Casanova, for your generous gift, King Mi Amor. Beso, that's my husband, y'all, by the way. Anywho.
I know that's right.
Yes, Samantha coming through with a 7-piece. Listen, she's standing on business. She says, in my opinion, Simon and Portia are fine. Hence why Simon's showing his pearly whites on Instagram. They are not divorcing, and this is all for a story. And she said what she said. Samantha's standing on business. Before you respond, I don't know who that was. Let me let Hermosa Flor, her Hermosa Flor, speak. Welcome, Queen.
Hi, hello, Queen Shiba. It's so nice to meet you. It's my first time here, so I'm a big fan. Yeah, I'm very young, so if you take my opinion, just know I'm still learning. But based on the whole Portia and Simon, I actually knew about the whole I guess his scamming that he was doing a long time ago from this other YouTuber, and she had talked about it. And from what it looks like, a lot of people saying that this is a plan for her because she's going to be on the Real Housewife of Atlanta, but I don't think it's because of that. I think she truly is divorcing him. And no offense, but Nigerian men are known to scam, and I'm African, so all I gotta say, I don't think this is a plan that she probably knew about it, but then after the blogs and everybody started talking about it, I think Portia was like, wait a minute, my reputation is already ruined. Yeah, I can't continue. Let me just move on. You know what I mean? So I think that's what happened. Well, for my understanding, but yeah. I'm not trying to generalize. Why are you running?
Why are you running? Why are you?
But yeah, he's broke. He's not rich. He's just smoking mirrors. Yeah, it's all smoking mirrors to me. He's been lying. So yeah, yeah.
And thank you for sharing your thoughts. Thank you.
Love you.
Yes, we love you too. But you got to sign it, seal it, and deliver it so they know not to play with you.
Okay. Yeah, definitely. I will.
Now
you got to say it. I said.
Okay, I said what I said.
Yes, there you
go. Thank you for being here.
Thank you. Bye.
Yes,
guys.
that empowers you to come up next time when you say I said what I said. See, that felt good, didn't it?
Yeah, I kind of did.
Yes, you said it kind of. See, boom, that's what we do. But listen, y'all, we're gonna bring back a fan favorite. Welcome back, Akini. You have the floor.
I'm a mute.
He could be.
Yeah, how you guys? Okay, how you guys doing?
Good.
Number one, let me respond. Yeah, let me respond to the lady that said something about that all the men she dealt with told her that she should
No.
Let him go.
It's not.
Jess.
I gotta correct him. It's not men I've dealt with. No,
Okay,
we're not gonna put me out there like that. We're not putting me out there like that. Not men I dealt with.
Hold on.
Okay,
these have been friends.
Yes, you gotta let them talk, and then you can come back. Go ahead.
Yeah, men that you've come across. I've told you that. Let me say this to you, right? It's not any man's responsibility to raise another man's child. If you have a child by somebody, and your child is not doing something that society require of him, society has every right to call your child out or call you out. But it's your responsibility to take that child to his father, and have his father raise him to be a man. But if father raise him to be a man, it's your fault you choose his father to have sex with at the first place. That's number one. But then number two, about life is, I always said, if you say that your body is choice, then women, because men have the right. So thank you so much.
That's what I'm talking about. Thank you, whoever. I had to come give me some sunshine on the cold weather on that one.
Mute up, Akini, please. Jess, go ahead. Bikini, they timed you out. Now you don't have to stay there if you got that money. If you got that
Money,
money,
money, money, money comes to me, flowing effortlessly.
just I'm just saying. Go ahead, Jess. You want to respond to Akini really quickly?
First of all, he doesn't even know if my child's father is still alive. Secondly, if somebody's going to tell me how to raise him, they need to step in and offer some assistance. But it ain't about my son being out of line. It's people who actually thought he wasn't ignorant enough. People who thought he should be doing more in the streets and listening to hardcore music or doing stupid stuff that doesn't make you a man. Like she said, you want to tell a woman how to be a woman? Those are the ones I'm speaking to. If you're going to tell me how to be a mother, then show by example how to be a man.
All right. Listen,
And I said what the F I said.
Ooh,
Thank you.
Yes.
Warning, evacuation in
Hold on
progress.
now. Hold on. Hold on now. Everybody take a deep breath. Everybody takes a beautiful Saturday. Go on mute, everybody. Let me bring Lala as a voice of reason. Lala, welcome. You know what? Let me do this. It's gonna give all y'all a break. Hold on. This gonna give everybody a break. Hold on. I got 2 super chats that came.
All right, Palace. The Super Chat Squad is in the building. We appreciate you, baby. The Super Chats are fire. Get in your bag.
That's a lot of money.
All right. Sandra P is the one that knocked you upside your head, Akini. I don't know if you felt that or not when you got hit with that man crying, but that was Sandra. She picked up a metal pipe and she said, "You're out of here." That was her. I'm just having a little fun with y'all. I'm just having a little fun. And then 2 Latrice came through the back door, Keeney, and they basically jumped you.
Why are you running? Why are you running?
Don't take it personal, Keeney. I love the way you fight. But Lala, welcome to the stage. What you got for us,
Hello,
Lala?
good afternoon, Queen. Sorry, no, good evening, Queen. I'm so late, but I caught on to things that I was like, no, I'm not going to sit back in the chat today. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. So, do I have permission to speak, Queen?
Say that again, Lala.
I said, do I have permission to speak? Because I have to say something to this young
No,
man
go
that's on
ahead.
this.
But make sure you stay close to your mic. The floor is yours.
Okay,
Go
can
ahead.
you hear
And then
me now?
Deborah, you're up next.
Okay, so Akini, sir, young man, I don't know. I think you got your culture and religion messed up and you got it intertwined because the religion states man and women have to follow the same rule of law that the religion states. If you're a Christian man, you cannot have sex outside of marriage. Same goes for women. Men and women are equal in religion, but they are treated differently. So if you're telling me, you're coming on this stage to say, don't women have to respect themselves and not have children out of wedlock. So tell these men to respect themselves and not create men and create children out of wedlock and leave them fatherless. That's number one. Two, a woman's not determined by marriage. Marriage is a unity. It's written for you. If you are meant to get married, you will get married. If it's not written, it's not written. Third, a woman is not, and I repeat, a woman's not anybody's mother unless she gave birth to them. So when you marry a woman, you ain't marrying a mother. You are marrying a woman. You're coming together to build a unity, to create a family together. And it takes 2, sir. It takes 2. A woman is not a mother to you. She's your wife, your companion. So you cannot mistake the 2 and expect a woman to do everything your mother did, sir. That's your mother. She's supposed to do that. She raised you. A wife does not raise a man. So that's what I need to make clear. And second, lastly, I have to just say one last thing. Stop dictating to women what she can and can't do. you have no rights. Men have no rights to do anything of that sort to any type of woman, considering the foolery and bamboozlery that's going on in this world that men are committing against women. We are not standing for it. It's the year 2024. We're not standing for this kind of nonsense that you're trying to put out there, because a man will step up and be a man. But we ain't seeing men step up. So women have no choice but to go out there and get the roles, get the jobs, and create a life for themselves that a man can't give them. So if you want men to find women that are great out there, there's amazing women out here. There's so many, but there's a few great men, a few great men. So, sir, before you come on these type of platforms, get it together. Like, don't mix culture and religion together. And that is the problem, because they don't go hand in hand. It's totally different. So that's all I wanted to say. But women, stay strong. Don't let men change your belief system. If you want to stay single, stay single. If you're a single mother, God bless you and carry on doing the best you can for your child. Because don't let anybody shame you. It was written for you. It's your path of life. You do your best. Don't listen to anybody that tells you what to do with your life. Do your best for yourself. And that's all I wanted to say, Queen. And I said what I said, and I'm standing on business.
Oh my God.
Thank you, Lala. Lala, we're going to thank you for coming up. We're going to go to Deborah. Deborah, what are your thoughts?
Queen.
Love you, Lala.
Good morning. I had no intentions on coming up, but something just struck a chord. Welcome to the palace, Bikini. Yes, yeah. I'm like, yeah, what? But so what I want to say is, there are many reasons we have single parents, single mothers. I'm going to speak on. Some of it was not by her choice, but she chose to keep the baby. Number one. Number two, there are fathers who unfortunately passed away, some who walked away. So for you to say that it's not the man, whoever these other men's responsibility, I'll tell you this. If I'm a single mom and you come in my life, oh, it is your responsibility or you won't be there. That's number one. Make that very, very clear. No involvement in my child's life, no involvement with me. That's just period. Okay. Also, what happened to the village mentality? So should we throw mentorship away? Because there are some men who have the greatest gift, and that is to mentor a child who doesn't have a father. So I'm kind of offended. I feel like a lot of this is cultural for you. I honestly don't even think you mean to sound like you sound. But I just wanted to say that there are some conditions where women did not choose this. And how about you focus your energy on creating or helping men become these awesome men that should be taking care of their kids? So you stepped into the right place today. I'm glad you're here. Welcome. I hope you come back again. I love conversing with people. I do want to hear other people's opinion, but I did want to say I said what I said. Everything I just said and what Lala said before, we said what we said. Have a great day.
Thank you, Deborah.
And I'm going back down to the bushes.
Thank you. Thank you. And what we're going to do is, Akini, you got the floor. And then after Akini, we're going to wrap it up and let the panelists leave their final thoughts. Go ahead, Akini.
This thing is this, right? The lady that called the Lala herself, well, there are women that are very lazy. They don't want to be do anything domestically. They want to be equal with a man. And for the lady that said something about men dying, those are not the men that I'm referring to. If the man is no longer alive, it's not your fault. God is your husband. And I pray that men in your life, like your brothers, your uncles, step in to help to raise your child. But you cannot put that responsibility on a man that has nothing to do with the creation of the children at the first place. And then number three is this, right?
Shut up.
I gotta say this, right? The audacity of people saying that, hey, if you want to date me, you have to date my children. No, he doesn't have to date your children. And it's also your choice to say that you don't have to date me. That's fine. Let him go away. It's not meant for you. But no man has that responsibility on his shoulder if he didn't create that child at the first place. And I have to say this, right? Girls, if you want to get all the men that I've spoken, the things that I do say here come from African American men, not because of my culture. It's men from America, black men like you, are the ones complaining all these things. It's not men from Africa saying this, it's black men from here. So if you want to marry your man, listen to men. But if you don't want to listen to men, stay with women or stay single. That's what it is. If you want to buy something, right? If you want to sell something, you have to listen to your customers. I'm a businessman. You have to listen to your customers. If you don't want to listen to your customers, you keep what you're selling to yourself. The thing is this, people have always lied to you from your childhood that you the price, or that you this, or that you princess. No, don't do that. Don't that is not the truth. That is somebody trying to influence you to be like them. Single people keep people single, keep women single. That's what life is. Single women keep women single. If you want to be married, go to married people. Ask them question about what do I do to be a married woman? But if you want to open your legs and get pregnant at the age of 16 or 25 and think another man should come and step in and be a father, you're out of your goddamn mind. Wow. That is not how life is supposed to be. That is not how life is supposed to be. You're another man's responsibility is not my responsibility. And I don't want anybody raising my children. I want to raise my children myself. I do tell African American men and African men, step up and be a father. Don't be a deadbeat. Don't be an asshole. I don't like that.
I'm gonna leave my friend Akini alone. Y'all gonna leave my hold on. Y'all gonna leave Akini alone. He was on a roll. But Akini, let me just tell you this real quick. That was Tanisha. You see, she says, ladies, you are the gift. You are the good thing. She was the one, Akini, while you were talking, that snuck up behind you and hit you upside your head with that metal pipe. Hold on. That was her. Now she's running. Tanisha. Thank you, Tanisha, for your 10 piece, your super chat. Akini, I hope you understand it ain't personal. She just standing on business and she said what she said. With that being said, everybody pause. We're gonna do a final wrap up. Everybody gets 60 seconds to share their final thoughts. Now, yeah, thank you for understanding Akini and being a good sport. He said it's not personal. I love it. I love your attitude about it. Hold on. You know what? So this is what's going to happen. We're at the end of the segment. Everybody gets 60 seconds to say what they need to say. And we're not going to boot them. Is their thoughts that they're going to leave. Now I ask for those of you that are new that you leave a positive, because we always wrap up with the positive. Okay. We don't want to leave any negativity lingering in the ethos. So let me go to super chats, because that'll give you all a time to take a deep breath, gather your thoughts, and we will be right back. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second, please. Thank you. Hold on.
I need $131. So I can go ahead and pay for my phone bill online instead of going into the store and paying it. If y'all don't support me, if y'all don't, you know what I'm saying, then that's okay. I'ma just not even ask anymore. I'ma just not even be on Instagram. Y'all not gonna hear from me ever again. Y'all not gonna hear from me no more.
All right. Thank you all for your generous donations to the palace this morning. Y'all had me laughing. Too blessed for you with the 5-piece says, baby, I am in the bushes hollering. She said her husband came out and said, what the hell is going on in the palace? She said, I love all of you. Thank you, Too blessed for you, for the generous donation of a super chat. Thank you. Sylvia P gifted 1 Queen Sheba Darling membership. Trending, you're gonna have to teach me how to look to see who received that. So congratulations to the lucky person that was kind enough, that was lucky enough blessed enough to receive that membership, check out all of the activities and all of the things that are going on behind the palace walls, and we will see you then. Tanisha, yep. I'm sorry, Akini. She probably have knocked you out cold, but hopefully you'll be awake when it comes time for you to leave your final thoughts. Thank you, Tanisha, for that 10-piece. Renita standing on business with the 20-piece. She said, Akini, stand down. And I said what I said. Thank you, Renita. Listen, Akini, these women over here on this side of the territory, they, you know what? The bark matches the bite. I'm telling you, they don't play. Deshonda Jones with a 20-piece. She says, Akini, let the spirit of Hirsch use you. They are not playing with you today, Akini. And with that being said, thank you all. And I am going to start with, we're going to start with you, Deborah. What are your final thoughts? Everybody gets 60 seconds. Deborah,
Okay.
you have the floor
So,
uninterrupted.
yeah. Okay. So, Akini, so for the girls who open their legs, tell the boys not to fall in, okay? Because I'm assuming they tripped up and fell in there. Number two, don't look at women with kids. Don't even entertain them. Women, you are queens. And Akini, since you men feel the way you do, then you should marry yourselves because you seem to be your best customer. That's all I have to say. I said what I said.
And she said what she said. Ooh, hold on. I was trying to get, I couldn't even get a reaction to it. I'm clutching my pearls. Bravo, Vivian. You got 60 seconds uninterrupted. What are your final thoughts?
Okay, coming from the tech world, background checks. We need to stand in our queendom. We've been receiving a lot of negativity from people like Akini, just from seeing what is out there. You know, stand as a queen. We're queens. We don't need to be affirmed that. We need to tell ourselves that first. And when you meet somebody, don't take them on the word anymore. There's a lot of game out there. Background check. Spend that 30, what is it now? It's $37. Spend it. Spend it. Check these people out. This is for the single women. And then for us, you know, the married women and all that, be proud of yourselves and know that you are still you in your union, and you don't have to sacrifice yourself for anybody. You know, I Ikini, I kind of feel sad for you that that's your mindset. You know, that you're missing out on the fullness and the beauty and the amazement of a woman because you have isolated a woman into a character in your stupid mind. But that's you, Akini. Anyway, that's all I have to say.
All right. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for sharing. Bravo. Addiction, Vivian. Linda and Tim, I'm going to split you up. Who wants to go first? And then I'm going to jump to another panelist. Or do y'all want to, are y'all wanting the same?
Yes, I'll go first, Queen. First,
Okay.
thank you again for having us, and we really had fun and enjoyed the panel today. And my last words for today would be everybody not to live in your truth, but live in God's truth. So I think we get that confused a lot too, because when you live in your truth, it's not going to end well. So live in God's truth, and blessings to everybody, and get your true wisdom and understanding through God, not through what the world has to offer. And that's where true wisdom and understanding come from. Honey, did you have something?
Oh, okay. Queen, thank you.
Hold on.
so much.
Okay. I'm going to
You want
separate
me to come
y'all.
back later?
Okay.
I can come back later.
Okay. Jess Angel, what are your final thoughts?
You should go to Tim.
You're up. You're up. Go, Jess.
Let me breathe. To each their own. Never judge a person's situation from the outside. And do not force your opinions on others. And I said what I said.
All right. And she said what she said. I appreciate you, Just Angel.
Love
Listen,
you,
you
Queen.
got roughed up in these YouTube streets today, but that's okay.
I had
That's
to put my
okay.
wings back on over here. I'm flying again. I'm flying again.
You got roughed up a little bit. She over there licking her wounds.
No, I had to take my boxing gloves back off.
Keep them off. It's a beautiful day.
I did. I took them off. I set them down. I sent him a message.
Yeah, it's nothing but love. Remember that. Remember, y'all can get caught off guard sometimes with these tough conversations. Let's go back to Tim. Tim, what are your final thoughts?
Again, thank you so much for Queen Sheba for letting Linda and I be on the panel and for me to be the ram in the bush. This is my first time and I really enjoyed it. I enjoyed the conversation. And I just say to the married folks and the single folks, just keep God first. And I leave the scripture to you, Proverbs 3, 5, and 6. It says, trust in the Lord with all their heart, lean not to your own understanding, and always acknowledge him, and he shall direct our path. I said what I said.
Yes. You better come through, Tim. You better come through and guard the palace gates on the behalf of the women. He said what he said. And not only that, I love a person that comes bearing gifts like the Queen of Sheba when she went to hear King Solomon speak. And they came bearing gifts by way of book recommendations. Pay attention to how people pour into you because they came bearing gifts. And that's important. So I appreciate both you and your wife. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Somebody just popped up. Chef, I'm gonna bring you to the stage. I see you. Nobody can see you. You can keep your camera on or off because I have a banner, so nobody can see you. Oh, well, what's up? We're wrapping up, Chef, but I appreciate you finding the courage to jump on.
I had to pop up quick because I'm always listening to you, Queen Sheba, and I love your channel. But a kingdom is the reason why African women like me marry American men because their mindset is so backwards. And I said what I said.
FBI, open up! FBI, open up! FBI, open up!
That's an African woman, and she says you are the reason that women.
He is.
Go ahead. I'm gonna let you have. If you need a
He
little bit
is
more
definitely
time.
no. He is definitely the reason why we would rather marry American men than African men because most American men, some not all, but most of them allowed us to realize that we are women and we have our own thought process, and they allowed us to think for ourselves. They allowed us to run our businesses, and for him to come on here and continue to minimize women is kind of sick and it's weird. He needs to change that.
And she said what she said. I'm glad you came up to share your final thoughts because you don't have to carry that with you throughout the day.
Yeah, I was like, wait, what is happening here?
Thank you, Chef. You know what? I'm gonna go to Lala. Lala, what are your final thoughts?
Thank you, Queen. This has been such a great discussion. So I just want to respond to him, sir. There's no laziness around here. So let's get that straight. One, okay. Two, I just want to say one thing. There's one prayer that I always say. I say, Ya Allah, do not attach our hearts to what's not written for us. Okay. So whatever's written for you is written for you. If it's not written for me, it's not written for me. I ask God never to attach me to anything that's not written for me. And I say that and I hope everybody says the same prayer because these type of thoughts and these type of opinions is what make Black women, and especially Black women, afraid to go out there and date because this rhetoric is just not on. It's really not on. You're setting women back donkey years, and I'm just not standing for it. And all I have to say is, women, stay strong, believe in yourself. Do not allow anybody to tell you how to live your life. Live it the way you want to live it and enjoy this one time that you got to live your life. Love yourself. You are worthy. You are precious and you are a queen. Don't let anybody try to throw you off your throne. Anybody, especially a man that thinks he knows it all, but he really doesn't. My opinion is, sir, you hurt. You hurt because I guarantee you a single mother told you to bounce. That's why you hurt. So I said what I said and I'm standing on business.
All right. All right. She said what she said. Akini, you got the floor. What are your final thoughts?
Yeah, how you ladies doing?
Good, good. How are you
Uh,
today?
number one, I'm married, and number two, for the African lady that came and said something that that's why she left Africa. African man to marry African American man. Congratulations to you, but I got to tell you the same about me. My wife is African American. Okay, my Nigerian women are beautiful. I love them. I love African women of all stripes, and I love African American women of all stripes because guess what? At the end of the day, we are all blacks. Race, gender that's race and a woman being a gender of any part of black doesn't matter to me as long as you're black. I'm fine. So it does not matter to me. So and then for Leila, you're still lazy. So this is what I gotta say. I really enjoy talking to you guys. I really appreciate you guys. But the thing is, we as people, we love our women. I don't see Africa. I don't see African American. All I see is black. You are the most beautiful thing on it. When you come, you dominate. My mother was a businesswoman. And guess what? My dad never restricted her. My wife, she's a go-getter. And I don't restrict her. But she also understands I am her husband. That's what I want you guys to do. Don't ever think that we black men don't like you. We love you. We will die for you. But what we are saying is this: bring your virtue to the table. Don't come to the table and tell me you bring in your body. No, I don't care about your body. I can get that anywhere. All I care about is your virtue. Bring that virtue to me. Let me honor you. All a man wants from a woman is nothing but respect. And then he will worship her to the ends of the world. That's all we want from you. We don't want you bringing another man's child, another man's legacy. No, come and start our legacy with me. Let's build this world. Let's build a business. Let's make things. Let's make our black community what it used to be. That's all I ask from you. I'm not telling you go boogie in your teens, get pregnant in your teens, and then come and shame me to be another person's father. No, you can't do that. You can't do that. That's not what I want. What I want is your virtue. Respect me, let me honor you. That's what an African man, that's what a black man in America asks for. That's what a black man in Africa asks for. We don't want you running your mouth when we come home. We want you to give us peace when we come home. When we come inside our house, just give us peace. Let us just go into that corner and rest. Let us go into that corner and just cool down for the day because we'll be fighting the world for you. When we went out in the morning, we went out to fight for you. To bring.
You there?
Yeah.
What happened?
That's what we do. That's what. No. My sister was calling. I just hang up. That's what we do. We want you to. We want to come home. We want to come home and just relax. Understand that this house, we built it for you. Understand that we went out there and fight with people we don't care, we don't like, we don't want to even be around because of you. We want you to take our legacy to the future in case if anything happens to us. We don't want you bringing another man's child. No, that's not what we ask for. We don't want you to shame us to raise somebody else's kids. That's not what we ask for. We want to do our own. We want ours. And we want when we're gone that you should protect it and preserve it for us. That's why we went out to fight these wars. That's why we went out to protect bad men from getting to you. Because we as men, we know that there are bad men out there. And we ask you not to deal with the bad ones. But you can go deal with the bad ones. You can go deal with those bad men and then expect me to take care of the offspring of the bad men you decide to deal with in your team? No. Don't shame me. Don't shame me for trying to preserve my family and protect you. If I don't, who is going to do that? That bad man, he don't give a damn about you. He doesn't care. All he wants to do is to impregnate you and
Hey,
move on.
that's your 60 seconds,
Why are you
Akini.
running? Why are you running?
Listen, this has been an absolutely amazing conversation. Y'all are hilarious. I have some of the funniest comments. Y'all gonna leave my friend Akini alone. That's my new buddy. Akini, Uppity says you have been a good sport. 92.7 WKRA says you out of your goddamn mind. And that's an African proverb. Oh, y'all are so hilarious. Jaw J says, "Good afternoon, everyone. Is Akini actually Simon? This is ridiculous." Listen, Aqua Queen says, "Please tell me he ain't coming on the cruise." I don't know, child. I don't think Akini, you going on the cruise?
I didn't know anything about a cruise, but I'm not going to be able to do that. I'm a
He's not gonna be
businessman.
able to do it.
Can't get it.
He not this
No.
time. Journey to Jasmine said, "Blessed be the rock." Y'all are so funny. And Terrell has a serious question. He says, "But is it fair when a man leaves a woman pregnant that she is at fault? If not, then where is the blame for the African or the black men that actually leave their families?" That's food for thought. I agree.
Queen, please give me just 5 seconds. Let me answer this.
Okay.
That's why we've been saying. That's what exactly what I said. Don't deal with those men that are good for nothing. Look for men that have their things going already. Stay away from those men.
Okay. So he's saying, Terrell, that it's the woman's responsibility to choose better. Please stay away from those men and know the signs and the traits that those men bring. Give me 1 second.
All right, Palace, the Super Chat Squad is in the building. We appreciate you, baby. The Super Chats are fire. Get in your bag.
That's a lot of money.
That's a lot of money from So Crafty Lion, one of our financial gurus and risk assessment experts that happened to pop up a few weeks ago and I said what I said on fire, just throwing down some gems of how Black people could and should be protecting themselves in business. Listen, thank you, So Crafty Lion. Thank you for your super chat, your generosity. She says, "I missed a segment, but here's to the cause." I know that's right. And that's how we show up around here. Peaches and Cream gifted one Queen Sheba Darling membership. Congratulations to the lucky winner. We will see you behind the palace wall. Uppity says, "Akini, once again, you have been a good sport." He has been. Samantha Elvey with the 2. Ooh, that's interesting. Samantha, you're going to have to tell me more about these numbers. 2.79 2-piece. She says 60 seconds. That's true. They was keeping the clock. They were keeping that clock. Babette Brooks says, oh, she sent a 5-piece. Thank you, Babette. Thank you, everybody. I hope everybody enjoyed the show today.
Thank you, Queen.
Any final thoughts? Because I don't want somebody to feel like, hey, I really want any final thoughts. Not Akini, stay quiet for a second. Give me 1 second. Ladies, anybody?
Can I say something?
Sure.
I just feel like that, when we hear Akini, and I'm glad that he's standing on his business, that it just makes us more aware of the antiquated mindset that is out there. And it's kind of scary for me because I'm like, it just blew my mind. It blew my mind. And it just makes me more aware that this is being told to other young men to have this type of mindset. And it actually supports some of the statistics and numbers we see that are going on with single mothers and stuff. So yeah, I'm gonna delve deeper into that myself. Mm-hmm. And I appreciate Akini for making me aware of that, because we need to be mindful of that kind of thinking. and how it influences our decisions and what we expect from men in society as they participate in our lives and stuff. And yes, I'm a God-faced girl. I Bible everyday woman. But yeah, that's kind of scary. And that's my thought on that.
Thank you for sharing. Anybody else before we close it out? All right.
Hey. So before you close it out, this is what I got to say again. I have not had any woman on the chat.
You
Oh,
what? You what? What'd you say?
I have not had anybody. I have not had anybody in the chat or in this panel say, you know what? I'm gonna I'm gonna start telling single mothers without kids that they should be careful and mindful of these bad men out there. I've not had anyone say that. All they've been doing is to attack me personally and say, hey, Kene is this, Kene is that, Kene is this. But none of them have said, okay, I'm going to tell my daughter that she should choose better. I'm going to tell my son to be a man and respect women and treat women better. I've not had any one of them say that. All
You
they've
can
been
say that
saying is
though.
say whatever they want to say. But guess what? You still have to go home and meet your daughter that is single and you that is single without a husband. But that's not what I want. What I want you is to do better. Is to do better to be a wife. To
Listen,
do better to be a husband. That's what
hold
I
on,
want you to
hold
do.
on. I'm gonna
Yeah.
share something with you that somebody shared with me many, many years ago. And they say when God gives you, if God ever purpose you with something by way of wisdom and knowledge that you can share with others, this is how you know it's of God or it's from you. If they hear it and they're kind enough to let you speak, those are your words. But if it flows down to their hearts, where it impacts them to make a change, that's of God. And that's where the line is drawn. So if you're not hearing what you think you should be hearing, check the agenda, check the intent, check the tone, the delivery, and clean it up so that the next time you speak, you are not speaking just to talk, but you are speaking with purpose to make an impact. And then maybe then somebody may come back and say, Akini, I'm going to teach my daughters exactly what you said. It's not what you say, it's how you say it. And in the manner and the pipeline that you deliver it. And a part of being a good leader is knowing how to read the room and also being a good learner and knowing where you are and whose territory you're on. Not mine, but the Bible says when in Rome, do as the Romans do. So when you enter a room full of queens, sometimes you switch up the tone, the delivery, and you come by way of bearing gifts and honor
Queen
and
Shiva,
respect.
you know
Hold
this
on. And
Queen.
respect. And you disarm them by being respectful. I'm not saying you aren't, but I'm just giving you some gems that you can take away in the future if you're looking for a return on the words that you shared. Go ahead.
Queen Shiva, these women are never gonna listen. I understand how you want me to say it, even if I've
No, no,
said
no.
it that same
No,
way.
I didn't say you should. Just like you want them to respond, I'm just giving you
Now,
wisdom. You can take
guess
it or you
what?
can leave it.
I've been in this space for 40 something years.
But nobody
You
gave
can
you a round of applause.
guess what? Guess what? I got to say this. I've had the same thing you've said. I've people have said it. I've said it to people. Oh, approach women with a soft hand, all these things, all those things. It gets worse. But I got to tell you, I can say with venom, it's up to you because at the end of the day, you're the one going home on that empty bed by yourself in
Then
that
that's not your
room, no with
tribe.
no
That's
man.
not your tribe. The Bible says when you're rejected, you take off you knock the dirt off your feet. I wouldn't
Okay,
for me,
I'm not
when you
going to say
push
anything
me,
anymore.
push
I'm
back.
just
And
going to stay in the background.
if I entered into a kingdom or a queendom and all of the beautiful people in the palace rejected me, I would quit talking, me personally, because that's what a wise man and a wise woman does. You don't push the envelope. That's what I would do. I'm not telling you what to do, But I would think you would be a little bit more seasoned. You say you've been doing it for 40 years and you got to know when to hold them and when to fold them. That's what I would do as a woman of wisdom. Anybody else?
I can't say no
Yes,
more.
Queen. Can I just say he has an issue with listening because he clearly did not listen to the ladies that were saying that they raised their daughters and their sons to, you know, with respect, to respect others and love themselves. So clearly he's not listening. Men like him only listen to his point of views. And like he said, he wants to come home to peace, to a woman that's quiet. That I'm so sorry. God bless your wife, sir. God bless your wife. That's all I'm going to say. Thank you, Queen.
And Vivian also said, thank you, Akini. I'm going to go back and research something that you said. So you got to be able to listen with your heart and not for an argument. Chef, I'm sorry I overlooked you. And you're welcome, Lala. Chef, did you give your final thoughts? Okay. But yes, he is married. He did say he's married. Yep. And with that being said, y'all, it was a hell of a show.
Amen.
It really was. Y'all are so silly. Yes, he's married. He said he's married to a Black woman, if I'm correct.
African American is what he said.
Yeah. All right.
Okay.
Money, 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 money comes to me, flowing effortlessly. Money, 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 money comes to me, comes to me. Money, 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 money comes to me, flowing effortlessly. Money, 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 money comes to me. Money, 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 money.
All right. Final round of super chats. Y'all are busy. Y'all are keeping me booked and busy with these super chats. Yvette Johnson with the 4-piece. We thank you for the super sticker, Queen. Thank you so much. Teresa Wright. Ooh, with a 10-piece. Listen, I know you were standing on business. I know what that means. Julie Land. A lot of what Akini is saying is exactly what a lot of people, specifically foreign people of all races, really think. Some parts are a bit outdated, but still definitely true. So Julie Land, I hope I'm saying that right, is saying that she agrees with some parts of what you're saying, Akini. I bet if you work on that delivery and you commit to pivot in a moment, I think you could impact more people, especially women, because it seems like you're drawn to women. Okay. Marsha Love, 10-piece says, Akini, are you going to be our piece when we get home from work? Oh, men lie and pretend to be loving until you marry them, and then they turn out to be the devil. And that's our fault? STHU. Big hipped 77, y'all with these names. Big hip D 76 says, brother. Proverb says, even a wise man remains silent at times so that even fools sound wise. That's a good one. Too blessed for you with the 2-piece and a pepper says, palace guards. We need you at the gate.
Why are you running?
We have 2 ears and 1 mouth for a reason.
Why are you running?
All right. Well, thank you, Akini, for being a good sport. And thank you, ladies, for being a good sport. You know what? Because, yeah. Thank you all. And God bless you all. Have a wonderful Saturday. I will turn those notifications on. I got something coming down the pipeline you don't want to miss. I will see you soon. Enjoy your Saturday.
Bye, Queen. Bye, everyone. Have a lovely weekend. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Everybody be blessed.
Oh, baby.
Llama, red pajama, read the story with his mama. Mama keeps his baby hurt. Mama llama, go downstairs. Llama, red pajama, feels alone without his mama. Baby llama wants a drink. Mama's at the kitchen sink. Llama, red pajama, call down to his llama. Llama.